So how does someone that has no idea how to work in a car engine swap a full-on car themselves? Okay, comment below right now what you think the total is. Do not cheat. Comment below how much you think I've spent on this car. No way! I've spent this.
Is that an Evo, my dude? That one's yours? Nice. Huh? Yeah, that's mine.
Alright, what is up everybody? Today's video we're taking the mask off. We're discussing everything you need to know before doing an engine swap. This is my very first engine swap. We're gonna talk about money, how much everything costs. We're gonna get right into it. This is Brittany, the twin turbo. Wow. This is Brittany, the 370Z with single turbo. So we get back here, we're going to be talking about this car right here. This is a Nissan 350Z and we put a Vr30 motor in this car. It is an absolute beast. You guys are waiting for the first drive. Sadly, your boy forgot a clutch line, which takes 3 to 4 days. It's already been a couple days, so I didn't want to go without giving you guys a video. And then I thought of this very important video I've been meaning to do for a while. I actually wrote everything down on my phone, and well, today we're going to discuss everything. I don't want to show too much. It gives away all the progress we've done from the last video, which is the first start. The car does start though. It sounds epic. But there's a Vr30 straight out of a Q60, Q50s. It is a twin turbo motor. The motor is actually coming in the new Z's, so I'm kind of making like a 2023 Z. First ever engine swap. I basically did it right where you see this car. I put the motor in and did everything myself. I did have help from a couple people like guiding me the right way, but overall, this was a huge project for me. We did it, and today we're gonna talk about the whole price breakdown, everything you need to know. So leave a like on this video, subscribe if you haven't already. My name is Danny. We're gonna get juicy. I'm saying we're gonna talk about people in the industry that suck and don't want to help you. It's gonna get juicy, so let's get right into it. So first thing you have to do is, what swap do you want to do? I decided to go, like I said, with a Vr30, and then I put in a 350Z because I love Z's. I love the Z platform. The new Z's coming out, so I feel like having a 350Z with the new motor that's coming in the Z. Oh, I'm not left-handed, so this is bad. So the car was $1,600. We're in a market right now where everything is so expensive. The cheapest Z I could find. The car did not come with an engine. It came with everything else. It was actually, this car was sitting for 8 years. It's never been modified. It's truly incredible how stock it is. Like every time I get under the car, I'm like, it's so stock, it's awesome. So this car has never been modified. It's like stock. Yes, I got it without an engine. The guy was actually in the military for 8 years, I believe, and he just left the Z sitting. He got out and then he sold it to the guy that sold it to me. It came with a bumper, it came with everything except the engine and wheels. So the car was $1,600. I got it from Miami. The story behind it was ridiculous. So now for the engine. This engine goes for anywhere around $3,000 to $4,000. Your boy got it for 1,800 bucks. Yes, even while the car market was hot. How? Cause your boy got moved. I believe there's a website called parts.com or car parts, something like that. You tap in the car, what you want from it. It tells you all like the shops that you would never find on the Google Maps and that they're selling it. So I went to one of the shops in Miami. There was 2 owners. I talked to one of the brothers. Honestly, I had no idea, by the way. I had no idea any of this was happening. One of the brothers told me 1,800. I said, okay, wow, that's incredible. I went to the shop. I called the actual owner. He told me we actually sell these engines for $3,000. I'm there with 1,800 cash. I'm like, hey man, I'm gonna be honest. This guy told me 1,800. I showed him the text and all that. I came with 1,800. I literally had to rent out a whole truck. I had to tell my friend to come with me. He had to probably call off work. A lot of people's time were invested in this. So I was like, I'm already here. And he was like, okay, take it for 1,800. So I got a huge W on my part. Keep in mind, my budget, not budget, but my thought when I was going into this build, I said $6,000 is what's gonna cost. $6,000. Next up, we got the transmission. Pretty easy, right off Facebook Marketplace. We got a 370Z trans, a manual trans, and we got that for $1,300. Yes, it came with the trans mount, which if you're doing this swap, you need a 350Z trans mount, not the 370Z one. I'm actually waiting for that to come in. That's another reason why we can't drive the car. But just things you kind of, when you're doing an engine swap, even though you think it's easy, there's so much to it that it's always going to be little things holding you back. And well, the clutch line and the trans mount's what's holding me back right now from driving the car around. But okay, let's talk about it. Are you struggling at the gym or not seeing the results you want? Now, before you go think that it might be supplements you're taking or not taking, let's talk about testosterone. Low testosterone can actually cause you to lose muscle mass and increase fat, which means you're basically losing your gains and working hard for no results. And although yes, low testosterone is usually found in older men, it can truly be found in men of any age. So let's talk about today's lovely sponsor, Let's Get Checked, a worldwide leader when it comes down to at-home test kits. And their male hormone test kit allows you to check your testosterone levels at home. They send out the kit to you in a very discreet packaging, and it is extremely easy to use. Once you do the test following the easy instructions and you send out your sample, your confidential results will be available in your secure account within 2 to 5 business days. These results are reviewed and studied by professionals, and a member of the Let's Get Checked nursing team might even call you to discuss the results. If you would like to personally take a hormone test without leaving your home, I will leave a link in the description to the Let's Get Checked website. And the amazing part, if you use code DANNYZ, you will get 30% off. With that being said, let's get back to the video. Thank you to Let's Get Checked for not only sponsoring this video, but allowing tests like this to be done at home. Very easy and convenient for everybody to take. For the trans to bolt up to the Q60 Vr30 engine, which only comes in autos, you do need an adapter plate that Z1 Motorsports actually sells. They've been a huge sponsor of this build. It is literally called Z1 VR swap plate, I believe. $480, something like that. Whew, man, it's a lot of money so far. It's a lot of money. So to make everything work properly, talk to one another, you need a Q60 ECU along with the Q60 engine harness, which already came with the engine, as well as the Q60 engine room harness and a 350Z engine room harness. I basically got the Q60 engine room harness with the ECU, with the VCM, with the 350Z engine room harness for about $650. Again, through Facebook Marketplace, I just kind of looked at part outs for Qs and someone had them. And then, that's not everything though. You need to combine both harnesses. You need a CAN bus module. I don't know if he's cool with me saying this. I'm still gonna say it though, because it's for the video and I have to. The harness cost me, like the legit harness that make this car run properly. Everything runs OEM. It's actually amazing. That cost me, take a guess. Comment below right now. What do you think it cost me? $2,500. You wanted to swap your engine? There you go, boy. Continuing with the drivetrain, you also do need a 350Z 370Z drive shaft. It doesn't really matter. That was $100. There you go, much better. If you want power steering, I did a whole DIY power steering setup. I went with a Volvo power steering pump. The reason why I went with a Volvo power steering pump is because it's electric, so it has its own motor, its own relay. All you have to do is attach lines from there to the power steering rack, and you pretty much have power steering. Then obviously you gotta wire it up. Little things you need: MAP sensors, $80. You do need the 2 little coolant tanks, one here, one over there. One is for the car itself, or the motor itself. The other one's for the intercooler and the whole heat exchanger setup, which you can kind of see down there. Looks epic. And if you're wondering how I finish all the plumbing and all that, it will be on the first drive video, which will come very, as soon as everything gets here, that video will be out, an absolute banger. 2 little tanks were $90. Heat exchanger, we did not go with OEM, it's Toro, went with a frozen boost heat exchanger, $200. I had to buy a crap ton of hoses because I had no OEM hoses. I had to run my own lines and everything. I'm gonna say that along with a bunch of clamps and clips, and actually I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna put a category where I had to buy hoses, tools that I did not have, coolant, oil, things like that. I believe I made the calculation. I spent on everything $300 on like tools, hoses, oil, coolant, $300. Q60 downpipes. Hot Built Performance built me just one of one beautiful downpipes when he was even sick. It's such an amazing guy. You guys have seen him. If not, I'm pretty sure I'm putting clips over here. Those are actually $800. By the way, the downpipes are full downpipes and they're 3-inch. I don't have an exhaust yet. Obviously, if you know me, you know what exhaust I absolutely love. Oh, for the clutch, we went with the Z1 Street Performance clutch. That was $400. 400 buckaroonies. Battery. You need a battery to set the car, don't you? You do. 100 bucks. 100 buckaroonies. We do need custom intakes. $500 for those. They're already built and they would have worked perfectly, but we do have that extra power steering pump sitting right over there, so we do have to still build them. I think I'm gonna make like a separate video for that. It's actually really neat how we're gonna do it. A really important sensor for this swap is you do need a coolant sensor for the heat exchanger, because if you don't have that, the car's gonna read extremely cold, like ice cold, and the car will literally go into limp mode. Yeah, you're gonna learn about that next video. So how does the engine fit in the 350Z? You buy adjustable mounts from Z1 Motorsports and the engine sits perfectly in. That's all you need. The only thing you don't have is a lot of room, but the engine sits perfectly, adjustable mounts, and you're gonna lower them all the way, and then the engine's gonna sit good. I'm not gonna include modifications, but we do have blow-off valves. These are about $400, but I'm just talking about the things to get the car running. I think that's pretty much it. Let's calculate everything. Okay, comment below right now what you think the total is. Do not cheat. Comment below how much you think I've spent on this car. Plus, oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. This is so sad. No way. I've spent this much. Oh my. Yo, what? It's still going. Are you kidding me? Oh my god. I didn't realize I spent this much. In total, I've spent $10,800. Oh my god. Please like and subscribe. This is definitely going to be a good confidence booster for most of you. Prior to this, the craziest thing I've ever done is I turboed my 370Z. That was with someone's help, that he knew what he was doing. He's done it thousands of times. And I was just there as a little puppet. I was literally a Kermit. Other than that, I've never had a car blow up, so I've never opened up an engine. I've installed exhaust, coilovers, air suspension, some complex things and complex wiring for a lot of you. But in the car industry, I've done the pretty surface level stuff. I've never done crazy crap. This is my first crazy crap. So how does someone that has no idea how to work in a car engine swap a full-on car themselves? I'm gonna be honest, YouTube, Google, and bothering people is gonna be your best friend. Your pride, your ego, everything, throw all that away, because you're gonna have to ask people, you're gonna have to talk to people. That's how we learn. A lot of people are afraid of asking questions and afraid of looking like they don't know anything. You can't be like that if you're trying to grow and trying to learn. So what I did, I basically reached out to Noor, I reached out to Chris, I reached out to a lot of people that have done this. There's probably like 3 people that have done this. But I managed to find them, and I asked a good amount of questions. They guided me through the right place. That's basically how I did it. And then when it came to the physical stuff, I had to figure it out. If the transmission didn't want to go with the engine, I started taking apart the transmission. If the starter didn't want to go in, I made it go in. I took out the steering rack. You gotta figure out how to make things work. You gotta count on yourself. Don't count on others. But truly, what I want you guys to take away from this is, if you truly like want something, and you do have to be honest with yourself though. You can say, oh, I'm gonna do this and this and this. I'm gonna do it because I really want it. And then when it comes time, you don't have the drive to keep doing it. So you really gotta want it if you're gonna do it by yourself, and believe and rely on yourself. But other than that, an engine swap with the right guidance wasn't as hard as I thought it was gonna be. I'm just gonna put it that way. It was not as hard. Did it take longer than I thought it was gonna take? Yes. Was there a lot of little things here and there that I was missing all the time? Yes. But was it harder than I thought it was gonna be? Not really. That's everything I wanted to say. If you don't speak very well English, I'm gonna make the exact same video on my Spanish channel, Danny Z Latino. So come over there. We have a great audience over there as well. They absolutely love the videos. The first drive is coming very soon. Don't worry. Peace. What's up, neighbor? Oh, they already got mangoes growing and we don't? They already got mangoes growing, bro.